welcome everyone to the Wheels Museum on this gorgeous day. The snow has melted and we're very, very busy today. And I'm so honored and thrilled to have a new volunteer with us. This is Rick Aragon. And usually I'm here with somebody I know well and have known for many, many years, but today I'm here with somebody I don't know at all. So that makes it even more interesting and more exciting. And we're so very, very grateful to you for your help.
Of course.
We're a community organization and we all work as volunteers, and when children come in for field trips, I ask them what a volunteer is, and they don't know, but I tell them because they have to learn.
Somebody who doesn't get paid.
That's exactly right, somebody who doesn't get paid, and they don't know what that is, but we help. So again, I'm so happy to have you.
Thank
Tell
you.
us a
Happy to
little
be
bit.
here.
Thank you. A little bit about your background and what brought you here, and
Okay, well, I'm a New Mexican, native New Mexican. I was born in Gallup. Went to school briefly there and moved to Albuquerque in the 60s, 70s. I graduated from El Dorado High School in 1979, went to UNM, graduated from UNM. I spent most of my career as a security professional. I was a federal agent from 1990 to 1995. I was actually with an intelligence officer. Yeah, no, I was actually, people assume FBI or DEA. I was actually with CIA. I was an investigator, and from there, everybody does their time in Washington, and I was in the LA field office, and I came back to Albuquerque as a resident agent, and then Intel Corporation kind of stole me away, where I became a security manager there, and that was in 1996, and I just retired. My last day was September 30th. A couple of weeks ago, I can't remember, the holiday must have been Labor Day. I can't remember. Brought our grandson here.
I see.
I was familiar with it because I once went to that open market they had on weekends.
Yes.
And so I drove by and sort of glanced at it. I thought, that looks interesting. I never went in, but I always wanted to come in. So
I'm happy.
Brought our grandson a couple weeks ago.
Good.
And from there, I semi-jokingly said, "Hey, how do I get a job here?" Because I was working with somebody, and everybody jumped on it. Oh, you want to work here, volunteer? I said, looks like fun.
Oh, we're thrilled. We're thrilled.
Sorry, I was a little long-winded, but that's
No, that's
story.
perfect. And it's so interesting to me because I will say that there are other men from the CIA who are volunteering here.
Oh, good.
So it's a great honor to us.
I guess that's all undercover. They're not real sure yet.
You don't know them, maybe you're not traveling or something, but but we're thrilled. We're absolutely thrilled. And I don't think I recruited you, but who did? Do you know who recruited?
Nobody
you?
recruited.
Everybody just jumped on you.
Yeah,
all at one time.
mostly Henry.
We're good at that. And Henry, okay.
He was probably
we're very good at that.
And Tom. Actually, he told me meet with Tom. Tom will give you a call.
Yeah.
Tom gave me a call. I came in, interviewed with him, and I met all
honored.
these guys. It's all nice because we're all around the same age.
Oh yeah,
Whereas
it's
at
perfect.
Intel,
It's perfect.
I was aging out.
Yeah,
Everyone was
it's
younger
perfect
than
for
me,
us.
so.
Yeah. And I will tell you, happily, we have never had any kind of a problem here at Wheels. We have had, over the years, there have been a couple of break-ins. The city does give us security cameras now, which is very helpful, and we have new fencing, and we're very grateful to the city for all the new fencing they've done. So really, this is a secure, happy, wonderful site, and we're all here.
Well, kind of like a force of habit, I did a little survey.
Good.
Looking around, and what can we do to improve? So it's just like
that's good.
Old habits die hard.
If you think of anything else,
everything you guys are in great shape.
We're in good shape. Yeah, we're very close to with the fire marshal and with the police and the community, and so this really, a lot of people don't know about this location. The other day, a woman called me, and she wanted so much to come, and I said, "Well, we're waiting for you to come," with her children. And then she got lost, and she went way north. And some people think that they don't realize that the south part of Albuquerque is so precious and so important and so historic. And my family was from the south part of Albuquerque originally, from South High Street, and the people down here understand and love what we're doing and what we have and the potential here, but not everyone does. Although yesterday I was at a funeral of one of our board members who passed away, and his sister told me she was in Kentucky and she was talking to some man. He said, "Oh yeah, I've been to Wheels Museum many times." So people do come from all over the world. We've had over 200,000 visitors, but still some Albuquerqueans have not been here. So if you haven't been here, you're missing out on over 10,000 exhibits and wonderful history of what we're doing. We have a lot of good news. We are now putting in, about halfway through the project, of putting in 440 feet of track just east of our museum here, just a few feet away, so that we can bring 5 private rail cars and start doing excursions. So we're very, very excited about that. We're working with 2926 steam locomotive and other locomotives. On the front of the building, we are anticipating very quickly getting a over 110-foot mural, 10 feet high, to more extol the virtues of what this site is and what Wheels Museum is doing. So
Good.
I'm curious. I know you already know how to drive the train, I think.
Yeah.
And you're already, you came like a fish to water here,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
you're just fitting in so perfectly.
Well, no, I do feel I like I fit in, and I think
perfect.
the other guys here are great. Taught me how to drive the train, and
Yeah,
taught
right away.
a few kids and a few older kids
Sure.
like us.
We all do
Took them
everything
for
here.
rides,
Well, I
yeah,
don't drive the train much because I'm doing
Oh,
other-
that's too bad.
But
you
I
should.
know it's fun. Yes, I have done it. It is fun, and the model trains are fun, and
Yeah. Learn a little bit about them too.
Good. And we're bringing a new airplane very quickly. We had a meeting with the man just a couple of days ago. We're bringing a 57-foot long wingspan, a glider airplane here to Wheel. So that's about 1,000 pounds. It's going to require some
Wow.
technical ability, and we do have technical engineers who are with us here who are going to help us figure out how to hang
Is that going to be
plane.
outside or
In.
In. Wow.
We're going to have to remove some of our airplane exhibits of model airplanes.
Yeah, I guess a place that looks like it doesn't look like it's filled to capacity, doesn't it? Everywhere you go, there's something.
But that's exactly
see,
right. We are
so-
filled to capacity. We're bursting at the seams. We're looking at new space. We're hoping to get the Babbitt and Welding Shop for the New Mexico Model Railroad Center.
Oh, yeah,
Working with the
great.
city and the UNM on that. Our big goal, of course, is the machine shop.
Yeah.
The mayor has said yes to us. And yesterday at the funeral, I mentioned it, and I got a lot of applause, so I was happy. But for that, we need about $100 million to restore that building.
No problem.
No problem. So that's why I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, right, I just- I'll look in my Rolodex and all the
There you go.
billionaires I know.
That you know in Washington. Yeah, stuff like that. One day I said something to a man about it. He asked me, well, tell me about that. And I said, are you rich? And he got a little bit mad at me. He didn't like me to ask him. I said, I'm kidding you. We are looking for federal money and state money and city money and corporate money, and we are working with some developers to try to make that happen. We did federally funded studies that show 1 million people a year will come if we can get that machine shop ready.
Yeah, I think that's a worthy goal. I can envision it.
Thank you very much.
can.
Yes, I can too. I've been looking at it
With
for
your
30
leadership, I think it'll happen.
Oh, you're
I've heard
kind.
Great things about you.
Well, you're very kind. Well, somebody asked me the other day, I was doing an article for a magazine, and the interviewer said, have you ever thought of quitting? I said, never in a million years am I going to quit this. You know, as long as I live, I can
No,
do it.
it's
I'll do
obvious.
it.
Everybody I talk to, your heart's in this. And,
Yeah,
and
thank you, yeah.
It'll succeed.
I love it, and the mayor's 100% behind us, and city government, and so we're hoping in state, and
Yeah. Got to
We
get
go
the
to the
governor and
legislature.
other people. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
matter of-
this is the heart and soul of the development of the West, and so we
That's
want to
right.
make it
And,
happen.
and actually, that's what interested me. My
Thank you.
fascination with history. I told you
Oh.
earlier I was from Gallup. That's a railroad town.
Yes.
And the whole Harvey House thing. And
Have you ever been in the El Rancho?
Absolutely. I've actually stayed there. I just out of nostalgia, and believe it or not, I couldn't go to sleep all night because of the trains. They were right across the street. And what's funny, when I lived in Gallup, you hear it becomes like white noise.
Yeah.
90-something trains a day.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where the railroad's right through the middle of town.
Yes.
The train goes by, everybody hears it. And then you just,
Don't pay
after all, when
attention.
I went
Yeah.
there, I thought, just for nostalgia, I'll stay at the El Rancho. And man, the trains never stopped.
That's so
And I
interesting.
thought, but like I said, it's still a fascinating part of the history of Gallup, New Mexico,
Oh,
the Southwest.
yes, yes.
And here, right?
When I was growing up, my father was in the Navajo rug business,
Yeah.
so we spent a great deal of time on the reservation, and
Oh, yeah.
I stayed many times at El Rancho. And
Did
the-
you?
Yeah, many times,
Yeah,
yeah.
the famous movie stars, they
Oh,
film a lot
yes.
of movies out there
All
in
the
the Red
pictures.
Rocks and stuff. So, yeah.
Right, absolutely, it's fascinating. And the other day, again, I was talking to 40 children that came, and I asked them, are trains important?
Yeah.
And they understood quite a bit. And I told them about Amtrak and Burlington and the Rail Runner, and, the importance of our country couldn't move. I'll never forget, 25 years ago, some man said to me, should there be a war, God forbid, should there be a war, and the airplanes couldn't fly, he said, if we didn't have trains, America would stop, and
Yeah.
that's gotta be understood.
Well, maybe they'll do like World War II and go back to the steam engines, and then we'll open this place
We'll
up.
open
out
up
into
with the steam engine, I know.
And
Well,
the
but,
federal
yeah.
government will pay for the whole thing.
But at least we have diesel now, and
Yeah.
and looking at new technology and moving ahead with that, so very, very grateful that we're here
Yeah.
together. And
That sounds exciting.
thank you, yeah,
Future's good.
I'm very excited by it all the time. There's always new challenges and hopes and dreams and work, and yeah.
Okay.
So we're always looking for new volunteers, so
There you go.
You're the perfect example of the best. Of
Oh,
the
well, that's
best.
awfully
Yes,
nice.
yeah, I'm really happy.
Um,
Just for fun, I don't know how many of you read Tumbleweeds magazine. It's a children's magazine from Santa Fe, but we have an article in it this month in the holiday issue, and somebody told me up in Santa Fe everybody sees it. So happy about that. We're going to be in the Route 66 magazine coming up, and we're always looking for magazines and places to advertise ourselves. So if you have any ideas about that, we're always ready to talk. And I want to tell you a little bit about what's coming up. I wish you were here right now because Ron Perea at 11 o'clock this morning is giving a talk about the 98th anniversary of Route 66. We're kind of gearing up for the centennial of Route 66 in 2026, where we're working with the city and the state and many organizations to promote the Mother Road, which we love. At 12 o'clock today, I'm giving a presentation to SCORE, and we do give many, many presentations to private organizations and public. If you want a presentation, just call me. Be happy to come over. On the 16th of November, we have a very nice thing. A woman named Krista Tarr is teaching an art class here, and it costs $35, and $10 of it goes to Wheels Museum. She brings canvases, she brings paints, she gives a stencil, and then the artists can paint as they wish, and they get to go home with an original painting. So it's a very, very nice thing, and she teaches that all over Albuquerque, and now she's coming to Wheels Museum, so we're happy. On the 23rd, Baker Morrow is coming, and he's the author of a book, The Horse on the Sidewalk, and that's at 10 in the morning. The Horse on the Sidewalk is about motorcycles in Albuquerque when he was growing up. So it's a kind of a lighthearted series of short stories. I think a lot of people will love it, and we do have motorcycles in here if you'd like to see them. Let me see what else is coming up. So on the 30th, please come. We're having a pop-up sale. And we've been donated some absolutely magnificent porcelain Christmas buildings and houses and stores and all kinds of things. If you want to really make your Christmas magnificent in your home or in your business, please come and see what we have to offer. Also, we will have items on sale at the gift shop and other things to sell. So that's going to be a really, really fun day on the 30th of November. We have the United Way event coming on December 7th with Santa Claus and Elf. And my husband is Elf, and he's a real fun elf, so be sure you come for that.
He looked a little tall.
He's a little tall for Elf, but he has an outfit that fits him, and it's really funny.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. The Holiday Rail Yard Market is December 15th. Wheels Museum will be open that day. It's a wonderful, wonderful time to come and buy whatever you need for your Christmas items from Wheels or from the market, and we'll have a booth there that day. On the 21st of December is the Wheels Holiday event. And you'll see Santa Claus that day and Elf, and we have a lot of fun with cookies and children and activities here. It's always free train rides, so please come to that event. On January 11th, time is going by, at 12 o'clock we have Brad Clements coming, and he does a cabaret ensemble. And that's going to be wonderful jazz music, and they dress up in costumes, and that's a great event. That's $10 for that event on January 11th at noon. We have on January 18th at 11, Jose Antonio Ponce, and he is a man who has written 6 books. He's a musician. He does production of books. He does production of movies. He's going to talk about his books, how to produce a book, how to produce a movie, play music for us. So it's an all-in-one fabulous event. There's no charge for that. So please do come and do that. On February 22nd at 10, we have the Air Force walking tour of the Wheels Museum. If you're interested in that, please come. And on April 5th, we have Doug Figgs performing, and that's at 10 o'clock in the morning. He's come several times. It costs $10, and that's always a crowd. It's a wonderful event, and the most fun about that is he brings Badger, and Badger is his dachshund. So Badger wanders all around. Everybody gets to hold Badger and have fun with Badger. And the first time Doug Figgs came, I told him, don't come without Badger, and he did. He came with Badger, so that's a centerpiece of our museum. We always welcome dogs. We usually have dogs here in the building. We did a commercial for the city last week for animal welfare with a little cute poodle I held named Freddie. So we're here for everybody, not just people. And we want to thank you all for being part of this. I especially want to thank you because you are a symbol of the very highest help and friendship and companionship and community that we could get, and you're here with us now. I do have to tell you something. once you're here with us, you can never leave. We lock the door, it only goes one direction. So just so you know, it's not a short term, oh gee, it was fun, but oh no,
Okay.
it's a short, just so you know.
That's good to know, yeah.
Okay, just so you know, yeah. There's no retiring or anything like that. So thank you very, very much.
Okay, yeah,
Okay,
of course.
okay. Thanks to Daniel for always helping us with our podcast with YouTube.